I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
I gotta hit that though.
Are we recording?
We're
Yes.
recording.
Oh shit.
We're unstable, we must be insane. We must be insane.
Okay, my first question. If you guys had to sum up the year in one word, what would it be?
Oh my
Go ahead,
gosh.
Bub. Go ahead, Bub. Okay, I'll go. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful would be my word. Go ahead, Twin. Or Bub.
Quick.
Real talk.
I would just have to say probably, in as far as my life, probably just because it was a winter, but it wasn't hard. It was a winter, but not that hard. So winter. I want to say winter.
Winter?
Oh, it was a
Oh.
winter for you. This year was a winter for you.
But not like it wasn't like oh, but it was like
You made
on the
some,
low
yeah,
side.
you made some transitions this
Yeah,
year.
you did.
So that's good.
So, what was highlights and lowlights? One highlight
All
first.
of the lights.
All of the lights. All of the lights.
Let's see. Who wants to go first? Why do I have to go first? Wait, we starting with low or high? We starting low.
Highlights.
Highlights.
Just one.
I kind of like went on my own, picking up different clients. That's kind of highlights. Risky, but at first it was slow. I was getting a little worried, but I kept at it and I stayed faithful, getting up in the morning, praying and stuff like that, and it kind of worked. It worked out. But then I was slacking a little bit because like you know how you get tired, but
Weird.
I also got a little sick. And I think I wasn't used to it, but I started to pick it up this week again. Even though it was really sick this week, I started to pick it up again. So it's been nice though. But it's hard because like now I gotta balance my time so well because people are asking like, oh, where's this? So I gotta make sure I deliver, you know. And nothing's like for sure. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's been this December month is gonna be a really super good month for me. Last month was more on the rise month. What was last month? November? October was a winter. October was a winter because it was like the last of the last. I had just left my job, so it was like the last of I was coming on the last of my savings. And then it picked up in November. You know how the Lord works. But anyways, that's how.
I didn't realize that you just left your job
Yeah.
recent.
But you know, I listen to ET and them, and you know, they talk about, you know, it's part learn to love it, learn to like embrace the season, and learn how to work the season. Don't get so thrown apart, and then like learn how to work in the season. Yeah, so I learned how to work and learn. A learning experience could be this one.
Real talk. I learned what not to do. Like, real talk.
But why do you got? Okay, go ahead.
Or is he gonna do?
I was gonna say, why do you call it?
Yeah, we're
why-
just gonna do highlight.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll do the
Yes.
Are you guys gonna explain why you called your words?
Fast? Why I said it was fast?
Yours was fast.
Yeah.
It
Or
was
quick. Mine
Oh, it
quick.
was quick.
Mine was quick.
This year was quick.
Yeah.
Like time is getting quicker and quicker.
No, low key it is.
It needs to slow down.
Gotta relax. Like, why are you rushing me through life?
I know a lot of loss, you know. It was a lot of loss. As far as lives, there were so many lives lost.
Yeah.
Like close and far. That were really, it was a lot.
Yeah.
We're not on low lights yet.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so we're gonna
sorry.
do highlights. For me, a highlight. Hold up. I'm trying to like not just look at like the past couple months. I'm trying to go back to the beginning. What's something? Huh? Were you still dancing? Yeah.
You're doing highlights?
Yeah. I'm trying to look at like the whole year and not just this last part of the year.
I
You know
see.
what I mean? Because I'm trying to remember what happened.
I
but
can't remember low key.
I think a highlight. Well, there's a couple of them. We talked about them.
For you.
For me was doing our first music video. I feel like that was a highlight. And we rapped and we hadn't rapped in a while.
It was good too. It was good.
Yeah.
The music video was good.
It was shout out to Zach Sparrazzo, the young legend.
In the making.
And then I think the other one was going to Atlanta, like on a whim.
Good.
Like I've never moved that way before. So I feel like it was like out of my comfort zone. And
By
I feel
yourself.
like, yeah, by myself. And I feel like since then, I've just felt like I was actually telling myself this the other day when I was driving in the rain. I was like, I've kind of low-key felt more fearless in life. I guess because I made that step. I'm sure. Just kidding. I guess because I tried that, it was like I kind of am starting to be on the other side of fear. Whereas before I was always on like this side and just like looking at it and like kind of scared to approach it. But I just did it and went, and I feel like a lot of times I just think about things and I don't like act. And one of the main things that they always teach in like entrepreneurship and stuff is like you have to act, like you have to. So I did, and I feel like that was a good step for me. And then also just setting up different relationships, because we actually did make a lot of relationships this year.
That's good.
So hopefully, because we used to like not go anywhere or anything, we used to just kind of stay to ourselves and just do things with each other. But I feel like we're starting to like expand, and not like everybody's our bestie, but like we did get a couple more besties, and we got like just relationships with people that are helping us and like teaching us things, and you know, stuff like that are in the industry and that have been in it longer or that have just been more successful recently. So that's good. Those are the highlights, I
I paid off my car.
think. Woo!
Like, hey, no car payment anymore, that one.
Baby, I got your money.
What?
You always do
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. It has to be a song I like.
No, but you're right. Like, I feel like a lot of relationships were made this year, and I feel like it was they're very genuine. It's
Yeah.
not like forced. It wasn't like, you know, you do this for me and I do this for you.
You
or stuff
scratch
like
my
that.
back, I
Right,
scratch yours.
exactly. I didn't want to
It
say that, but
No, the fact I got a little.
no, but we performed.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did the rock. It
And
was-
we liked it.
and we liked it. It was like a youth event. Shout out to Ruslan, who like has been
Shout out to
such
Ruslan,
a
yeah.
like pusher, not
Yeah.
the drugs, but just a pusher of like, do you guys want to perform? Do you here, and like just for thinking of us. I think that a lot of times you forget like people in general, like, or you don't talk to them, so you don't want to like reach out to them. He's super good at like,
Yeah, just thinking.
just thinking of us. It's super, like, I'm grateful for like the divine connections, because you don't have to meet a lot of people, just the right ones. Just like God doesn't have to open all the doors, just the right doors that's like you're constantly praying about, you know. And it's just awesome. So that's all I have.
Lola, I think I combined my backs in it. What did I
Yeah,
say?
you did.
There was a lot of lives
Turn the light
lost.
down no, I'm just kidding, for the low light.
We're gonna get into the low light section. You should play like the.
And well, it'd be like this.
As far as lowlights, as far as like that was
Dirty face.
it was super low. There was a lot of lives lost, and there's so many. Like it's hard to like pinpoint which one. I actually had a guy on the football team. Actually, my parents know, and even Bryn knew for a long time. He was on my baseball team. He passed away this week. I think they said it was from addiction. Whatever.
What?
I don't know what that means though. What does that mean?
Drugs?
Drugs. I was
Really?
like, yeah, that's what it said.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow.
so
That's sad.
yeah, and then there was a few. Who else? I was thinking.
Mac Miller.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of those celebrities lost too. There's quite a few. Who?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the DJ guy, that one DJ guy.
Avicii.
No, and then the
Avicii
DJ, and then the DJ guy,
Effecto.
and then the other DJ guy.
Which one?
No, is DJ Effecto the one?
From Humble Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
never mind, that was him. The cook, right? The chef.
Yeah.
So yeah, and but anything else as far as that, my lows was like I said already in October when I was running low, I was getting a little worried, but pulled through, kept at it, so I wasn't super low.
Right.
Maybe at the time I thought like, oh, we're going in, but yeah, I think that's it for me.
A low from you?
Don't cry, Brenda.
Here you go.
Like a low.
A low for me, you know, it was low. Our Spotify numbers.
A little sweet and low. A little sweet and low.
You're done. But you know it was low?
What?
Our Spotify numbers.
I don't know what that means though. You don't tell me.
No streams.
Our streams were pretty low. Our followers didn't really increase at all on Spotify.
You know what increased though? Our subscribers
On YouTube?
on YouTube.
They're
Well,
steady.
you gotta
They're
look where
pretty
you plan-
stable.
Right.
Well, where'd
not
you
like
plan-
significantly, but we did. I feel like gain followers. So.
But see, it makes sense because you planted more seeds in YouTube than you did probably Spotify this year. Unless you did.
True.
Yeah, we did. We didn't. We really didn't focus on Spotify this year at all. But I kind of feel like a lot of our work was very random. It wasn't focused, and I think that's like one thing that I'm like,
Right.
we gotta fix.
Yeah, for sure. Going into the next year, it's like tunnel vision.
Focus, yeah, like have a goal and like
Really
do the things that are gonna accomplish that goal, like that single goal, rather than trying to do a bunch of stuff. Cause
And holding
What-
each other accountable too is important.
yeah,
What has helped me as far as like getting executed as far as like picking up clients and that stuff, what helped me is ET helped me focus on he mentioned something that really stuck with me also was 24 hours, you got 24 hours in a day, worry about that 24 hours only, like in that day, and then execute as much as you can in that 24, like map out your day of 24 hours. As soon as you get up, okay, I got this time, where can I do this and that, and try to plug those up, and then execute it the best way you can. If you miss out, then you miss out, then you do the same thing the following day. You know what I mean? And actually it works. You become a little bit more efficient. It's like you become like a little machine, you know. And then don't forget to pray. That helps a little.
That is so important.
I can't tell, like, to be honest, I'm not like trying to say anything, but since I was when I decided to leave my job and I got really focused, one of the things that helped me is I wanted to get my closest possible relationship with God. So I was praying in the morning, and it's funny, every time I need a situation or something happened, I was like, God, please just let this come through. It would come through. You know what I mean? And then I started asking more and more, but I never used to do that, but now I did it, and it's been coming through. Like, so far it's been like on that same day, like, please just like, it could be something simple, like I was trying to buy and sell to make money for like a bill or something, and I'd be like, God, please let let the mail come through today, and it will come, boom, you know what I mean? And one time it got messed up because I don't know what happened. It said it was delivered, but it wasn't in my mailbox, and I was calling both places. I was calling the USPS, I was calling the person I bought it from, you know, and they were saying, we don't know, the lease office was like, we don't know. And I was like, God, please just let it come. Finally, I was like, God, please just let it come. I was like, oh yeah, I can ask, God, please let it come. That mess came in the mail. I didn't even know it was coming. Anyways.
Look at the Lord.
Yeah.
You mean to answer when you call, but he's right on time. You know, I was like, I'm just kidding. Maybe he's just not listening. Maybe that's half the part too.
Yeah.
Be like, he's not answering. Maybe you're not listening properly. Maybe you're not in tune like you should be. Stop scrolling. Stop. Please hum
Yeah.
please. The ears.
What was your low, Russ?
My low light. Just procrastination. Being lazy. Stagnant. All of that. I could go on and more lowlights than highlights. But you know what? This year I feel like it was not to do. And to fuel
What you
for
don't wanna
next
do
year.
is-
Exactly. To fuel for next year and be like, you know what, you really gotta focus up. And the reason that you're not gonna be successful next year is because you know, like yourself. Like God is already doing his part. He already did his part even this year. Like if I had to depend on all his blessings here, it's like more than enough to be successful and to flourish. You know, we just have to do our part.
Yeah.
So that's that.
That was the lowlights and the highlights.
of 2018.
Actually, there was a few highlights and lowlights. I feel like more, but I can't even think
Yeah, there are.
because last year's kind of blending in with this year.
That's
Okay.
funny.
You know?
Yeah.
So I can't even think, was that last year or this year? And I don't even want to try to think it.
Next year's gonna be amazing.
Next year, next month. Next
Oh,
week, tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, Annie.
You said Annie? Alright, what else are we gonna talk about? I am glad it's a season though, but I feel like I just turned up and it's already December 8th, so I'm like, man, like, before you know it's gonna be December, like over, you know? Gosh, man. But you know what? You keep moving. Get plenty of rest. That's been a big. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Like you gotta because everybody's built differently, so you kind of like try to master like how much rest you need for this, and if you can get a nap in during the day. So learning experience was high on my part this year. Towards the end, before that was like the same stuff from the previous year, so that kind of.
Oh, that's what it was.
I don't know what else we could talk about.
Why did you say? Oh, so that's why you guys said not success and. What did you say? What was your word?
Quick.
Fast. It was
It's
fast.
quick. What is something that like tangible and like realistic, like specific that you could change to do better next year, to have an even better year?
I guess to me, what I'm on right now is practicing patience. So like I was reading today and it was saying like we've been kind of conditioned to not wait for anything because of microwaves and ovens and stuff like that, so everything's so quick. But it's not our fault. You're conditioned that you're naturally conditioned that way. So in order to have patience, you have to condition yourself to patience. So what you want to do with some ways you can condition that patience is by driving in a slow lane, getting in the longer lines at the store, especially now during Christmas time. So it's a really good time to practice patience at the stores. So get in the longer lines, let people go in front of you, and just try to take your time with everything, and naturally that will condition your patience level up.
Stop waiting till the last minute.
So that's what I'm gonna practice next, is the patience level. Not be so quick to be like, hurry up, we gotta go, you know, and stuff like that. It'd be so quick to get to where you're trying to go and all that kind of stuff. It kind of.
That's powerful.
I didn't say it was in a book.
What
So the
book?
book was powerful. The Secret Sisters there.
Oh. For me, it's gonna be using my calendar and sticking to it.
Getting organized, huh?
I think that's like the most realistic thing I can do, because I think in periods of my life where I used my calendar, I was just like way more efficient, effective, way more disciplined. Whereas it's kind of been like, it hasn't been like mandatory for me. It's like an option. In my calendar right now, it's like, I'll write these down. I don't know. I don't feel
It's all
like it.
blank.
Yeah, real talk. I don't feel like it. I'll take a nap instead. But I think, yeah, just using my calendar for real and sticking to it, and taking the like Maddie James, who I love, she had said sometimes you have to schedule time to plan So she was like, make plans to plan out your stuff, like, and stick to that, whether it's, you know, Sunday night or whatever it is. She's like, but stick to that time and give yourself, you know, 30 minutes if you need it, or whatever you need to make sure that you're planning out your week or your month or your year, or however you want to plan. But she's like, but stick to the plan. So I think that's what I need to do.
That's a good one. I'm about to take that one. Well, actually, I've already been thinking about that, because we were talking about earlier. We were talking about, and actually this past week we've been talking about like what we are going to do next year, so that it doesn't reflect this year.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, planning is like super important, and just that having self-discipline, like, yeah, like you said, actually sticking to what you're gonna do, what you're going to execute, what you're going to accomplish. Like having like, I feel like we always like make these huge goals that are like unreachable.
Well, they're like not realistic, I guess, because you can say I have a goal to have 10,000 subscribers by this day, but you didn't even say what you were gonna do.
Right.
Like, you should have a goal. I'm gonna make a video every this day. I'm gonna put out a video every this day. It doesn't matter what. I'm gonna put something out.
Right.
Like, I think those are more realistic goals rather than like trying to focus on the number. Like, think about your long-term goal if it is to have like, but you have to say what you're gonna do, and then like do that. You know.
Right.
It's kind of like reverse engineering. So like
Shout out
if
Gary Vee.
if you I didn't get that from Gary Vee.
He always
I got that from
said
CJ reverse engineer. So you take it like this is the goal. Let's work back. So Brenda worked back to doing the videos every day. Now let's work back on what you have to do to execute that. Because a lot of times that for me, as far like what helped me as far as get organized as much as I can, is so like I said, take it. You can use a calendar, but for me, like calendars don't work for me, but they work for other people. But so for me, calendars don't work for me. So Maddie Jane said, take a time out of your day, and so how that relates to me is like every morning when I get up, the first thing I do is jot down what I'm gonna do. Like I also have a list of what I want to accomplish next, or what I have, like what's super important, you know, all the way down to like what can pass. So then when I wake up, the first thing I do, okay, I got this time, I have this much to do this much to do that, this, you know what I mean? And I knock it down everything I want to do that day and then go ham. If I have work that day, I put work like right here, you know what I mean? Like certain spots, and then the middle one, or the spots that are empty, that's when I kind of slip in that slot, a nap or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's why I only stay organized as far as that. But yeah, it's a big one, is because efficiency is like super key, and it takes very discipline to execute. So like, Maddie James knows what she's talking about.
She does. Because she says to-do lists are not, it's not effective. You need to have time blocks and be realistic about those. So she says like, some people will have a to-do list with 15 things on it. She's like, at max I do 3 a day. If I could do the others, get to the other stuff, then that's fine. She's like, but 3 things, you could do it to the full.
She said 3, I'm like probably like 1 or 2.
Yeah, she said 3 things. So, but she blocks it out. She's like, I know. She's like, and do the hardest task first. She always says, slay your Goliath, like in the morning, like always, or David your Goliath. She says, she's like the first thing of the day, or first thing when you have time to do it. David your Goliath, like that one task. She's like, whether it's cleaning up whatever, or whether it's reorganizing this. She's like, do that thing, because it's gonna, like, if you save it for the last thing, it's gonna take over your other task because you keep thinking about it.
Yeah. And then at the end of your week or so, what also helps to that is at the end of the week or at the end of the month, whatever you want to do, or even at the end of the day if you want to, is you take inventory of like how you perform. So like how, you know what I mean, you perform, okay, this I could have did better right here, did better right there. And you do that at the end of the week or the end of the month or the end of the day. And then you could tweak your things a little bit. So like before I was reading in the morning and I do the rest of my day. What I found out is that you learn, your brain learns more at night when you read right before you go to bed. So I put that reading at the end of the day, which helps because I'm already in bed. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I just would snuck that place in there, put the work kind of almost at the first thing, well, the second thing, because prayer comes first, but the second thing right there. So it helped. It helped a lot. So you kind of just keep making it, just like a little game almost. You keep making little, just boom, 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 be like, until you find your rhythm. Once you find your rhythm, it's like boom. But when you break that rhythm, it's hard to get back on the rhythm again. But once you find the rhythm, it's just like boom, boom, and then stick to the rhythm. And I know people are trying to hang out, do all sorts of stuff. I know it's the holiday season and stuff like that. But the holiday season you can celebrate. So make sure you leave space in those times. Like, okay, since the 25th, 24th, I'm not going to even worry about those days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you do that kind of stuff. But the stuff you know you can do, it's just like, I guess I just put my phone, like what I've been doing is put my phone on airplane mode. And so I can't even look, or I have no internet, and I'll just go. And then later on I'll open it.
That's why you won't be responding.
I do be responding.
Or answering. I'm just kidding.
But anyways, that's what I do. And I'm still learning in the process. So. And you're going to be learning in the process. It's funny because it's oldest people, even the people that I look to as mentors, even though they don't know I look to as mentors, because all I see them is on podcasts and Instagram.
Right.
So they don't even know I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
They're still learning. They say they're still learning. Like, I'm still learning. I'm still, you know what I mean? I still have to have patience. I still take losses.
All right, so that was 2018 for us.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us your lowlights, your highlights, your goals for next year, what works, what you found doesn't work, what will work, what you'll be self-disciplined on, self-control of, and comment, like. Okay. That's it. Go ahead, bud. You can talk now.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, now what's next?